Oh man, I thought I had it. I thought I had it this time.
I thought you did too.
The screen was supposed to pop up and everything. It don't matter. Like y'all really notice it anyway.
I can't talk.
And here we are, promptly at 9:17. It's all Alex's fault. We'll talk about it in a minute. But welcome, everybody, to episode 32. See what had happened was I'm Trey Chocolate Jar.
I'm Alex Dupree. I think it's episode 33, though. I can't remember.
Is it? No, I think it's episode. I think this is episode 32.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with 32. And when we look back on it, we'll fix it when it's all over.
Exactly.
But anyway, welcome everybody. We are here once again after a 5-show hiatus, 4-show, 3-show,
3-show.
Been 3 shows.
Whose fault was that?
Okay, that was all my fault. Monday it was my fault too, but we won't bring up old stuff.
Just saying.
Yeah, so tonight we will discuss Freaky Skunks, Zamunda, and Light Skin Archie. If you can't check us out on Facebook, we are also on Instagram Live right now, and also every other social account from YouTube to Periscope to Twitch. I don't even know what Twitch is. I see people on it, and I said, let's sign up for it. So that's what we're doing here.
I've never been on it, so I don't know. I have a friend who says she loves Twitch, whatever it is. And I thought it was a person when she was telling me.
Well, the DJs go on there and they spin for a while. So I figure, hey, we'll get on that too. So we're on Twitch as well. And also don't forget to log on to our brand new site. As you can see, it's scrolling down there, treyandalexx.com. Once you log on, check out past episodes, pictures, and all of that. Alex is taking pictures with her boyfriend and the dog,
My spouse.
Okay. Her spouse and the dog. So, yeah. So, here we go. Once again, we also is going to talk about Coming to America 2. I have my full review. Did you see the movie?
Oh, I saw the movie. I saw the movie twice.
Great. So we'll talk about that. We're also going to discuss. We already knew this was happening. The racism at the palace with Prince Harry and Meghan and the Oprah interview. So we're going to talk about that as well coming up. And the controversy with the skunk. Pepe Le Pew, what have we gotten to these days? What's next? So we'll talk about that and more coming up later on this evening.
For the newcomers, you are
Trey the Chocolate Jack. We said that.
I don't think we did. I don't think we said I'm Alex.
It's always the one that's late that's trying to regulate,
That's true, but I didn't think we did it.
Okay, we did do that. And you said your name as well. What you drinking on over there?
This is one of my spiked seltzers.
Okay, spiked seltzer. What's that?
Peach Rosé, San Juan Seltzer.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
It pretty much is.
Okay.
I can't say not.
Okay. Gotcha.
Out of the, I guess the San Juan Islands of Washington State.
Okay. It'll get you drunk. No.
That it won't do.
Oh.
That it will not do.
What's the purpose?
It tastes good.
You gotta think about that. What's the purpose?
It tastes good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got more than Old Duels has, but it's like 4.2. It's like a light beer.
Okay. It's like that commercial. Well, was it the Heineken commercial? And the guy and his father, and the guy starts drinking. He's chugging the Heinekens down, and then it's a no alcoholic Heineken. And the father's like, I'm thriving. And he was like, non-alcoholic. And then they walk out, and the cat's in the cradle. It's playing in the background, and then it fades off.
Don't know the commercial.
The most responsible drinker is the one that doesn't drink at all. You know what I'm talking about?
A waste of liquid. No, it just reminds me of the beer in Utah. There's something about some of these states, and Utah is one of them. And even though you'll see the same beer.
Wait, hold on. Facebook user, who the hell are you? It says, I need to see your face. It's an option. It's probably somebody in the chat room, the chocolate chit chat room as well. So it's an option where you can show your identity because we don't know who you are until we look back on it, on the video.
I had never seen anything like that. Facebook user.
Yeah, it's an option that they have So they probably not even paying attention to that. It's an actual option that you have that you can actually show this, but it don't even matter.
Let me go back to the beer in Utah. So there'll be your Heineken or whatever the beer is. I don't know. Pick a thing. And while it's the normal number of percents in every other state, I'm sure there's another state too, but Utah, there's a rule like beer can't be over 3.7% or something like that. And so that same company will, just for that state, make a lower alcohol content version of its stuff.
As
you didn't know that?
A waste of liquid, though. Like, what's the purpose? You know?
You got to cross the border
to get a high school, except to give to those people who are age 20. You know, that's the age. That's like a torture age. Between the ages of like 19 and 20 are like a torture age, because it's like you're older than the teenagers, but you're just not grown enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's the equivalent to non-alcoholic beer. You know, you're just a wasted person for a half a year or two. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just want to, you know, maybe fit in with your buddies, or maybe you're the designated driver.
I don't have any of those. I have a designated drunk driver in my clique, but not one of those.
Okay. That's not wise. All right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Nothing too much exciting is going on with me as usual. You know, I'm staying as fly as usual. You know.
Are you double masking when you go out? You're supposed to be double masking now.
I'm not really going out.
You got to go to work?
I'm going to work. I don't double mask. No, I don't see a reason for double masking.
Because the CDC said you're supposed to double mask. That's reason enough.
I live in Texas.
I know you do.
That's the equivalent to
some bullshit.
Yeah. So let me tell you about what's going on in Texas. Let me fill you in. So last week, the Governor Abbott, who, by the way, I don't know why he's in a wheelchair, and I will not bring that up or make a mockery of him being in a wheelchair for any way, shape, form, or reason. But I only brought that up because I saw a meme today where it showed Governor Abbott, then it showed somebody pushing him off of like a cliff because he was on a wheel. He's in a wheelchair or whatever.
Has he always been in a wheelchair, or
I think so? I don't know why he's in a wheelchair. We'll have to find that out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. I think my face is. I'm on Instagram as well, so I think my face.
What's his name? I'm gonna search it.
Governor Abbott. Is it Jim Abbott? Greg Abbott. Governor Greg Abbott. Anyway, so he lifted the mask mandate last week, and it was effective today, right? And so this is for the entire state, lifted the mask mandate. But you have these big businesses here like Target, H-E-B, which is a huge grocery chain here in Texas. All of them are like, look, y'all still got to wear your mask if you want to come up in here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And so now that creates a situation where you're creating confrontation. You creating these Karens and these anti-maskers, you know, to come out of the woodworks now again. So now if I'm in an establishment, I'm an H. That's bass backwards. Hello, bass backwards.
I don't know why any state has done that. And by the way, Texas did it first, and now all these other states have jumped on board. I say all these, there's like 5 or 7 or something like that. And the country needs to be worried because spring break is coming. And all of these folks about to go and go run wild, especially in these states where there's no mask, or maybe they come from a state where there's no mask. They're going to go to other states just still feeling all mask free and be all willy-nilly, and they're going to spread it. I'm telling you, it's going to be another spike. But and so I'm worried. By the way, your governor was paralyzed below the waist when an oak tree fell on his ass while he was jogging following a storm at 26 years of age. So he's had some rods implanted in his spine and tried to do rehab, but it didn't work. So a tree fell on his ass. That is some karma.
I had to take myself out because
you're laughing. Oh, you going straight to hell. Hey, I'll tell all the friends to warm the seat and get it ready for you because you're going straight. You are.
I'm not laughing at the fact that the man is in a wheelchair. I'm laughing at the fact that you how you said a tree fell on his ass.
I mean, it did an oak tree. That's a big ass sturdy tree. Those are the.
So I'm not laughing at the fact that he's paralyzed and in a wheelchair. I'm laughing at the fact that you said the man. It was how you said it. You were like, an oak tree fell on his ass. So I had to get out of frame for that. Sorry. I had a moment. I didn't want to have it be seen on camera that it was funny that what you said. Because had I started laughing, you would have started laughing. And then, you know, the domino effect would have started. It's a big, now we got a big ball of laughter, and here we go. Now everybody thinks Trey and Alexx are talking about the governor in the wheelchair. And we don't. And
they were heartless. Right. And then the car was going to come back on.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
You have already told people I'm heartless, so.
The Tin Man. But the Attorney General here, here we go some more with the bullshit. The Attorney General said that he was going to sue businesses that did not lift the mandate, that did not go in order with the mandate. Yes. How the hell what? So I'm like, this is clearly not caring about the people and the COVID and the passing on or whatever. It's probably about the whole, like, come on, fam. You didn't open up the whole state 100%. Like, it's not 25% capacity, 35%. It's 100. Everybody and their mama can come and sit down at IHOP. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Every damn body.
And they've not closed the borders, so people from other states can come in, correct? All right, so let me ask you where you are, your state. Where's your state in terms of vaccinations? Because like Alaska.
Oh, they get them out. They're getting them out.
No, I know they're getting them out, but like in Alaska, you know, there's a hierarchy. You got to be old and black, and
nobody gives a fuck about Alaska. Nobody. You brought that up as an example, like they're relevant. Who cares about Alaska?
They are relevant. Let me tell you why they're relevant. They have a lower population.
I care about Alaska like I care about Guam.
It relates. Okay. Just wait for me to finish, fucker.
Go ahead.
So. Sorry. Because they have a low population, they got their vaccinations. They took care of their hierarchy of their old people, the black people, the at-risk people. Now they've done so many vaccinations. They're now at anyone over 16 can get vaccinated because they've taken care of so many people. So I'm asking you, where is Texas in the chain? Have they gotten down to all the old people are done, all the black people are done, all the immunocompromised are done?
Now, on the flip side, we were saying all of the silly shit, how everything's 100% open and you don't have to wear your mask. He did say that the vaccinations were like available, readily available. So again, you Facebook user, whoever you are, that's what's showing up there. So you may want to show your face or something. So
readily available for who? For anybody to go? 18-year-old can just go get one.
I can go make an appointment right now at CVS and say, and notice I got a pen in my hand. You know how when they're on TV, they have a pen in their hand and make it look like they important or so. So yeah, I'm gonna go to CVS and schedule my vaccination. But no, it's available. They are available at, I want to say, CVS and Target.
You're going to get the vaccine?
No. I was speaking in general. No, not yet. Not yet. I may eventually take it, but not yet. Not yet.
I can't hang with the vaccine. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm checking my numbers, the COVID numbers in my county daily to see if I can even go out yet. And the answer so far is no.
And so what's your threshold? Like what number does it get to where you can go back out and play amongst normal people?
It's coming soon. So because we moved from downtown and there's not always
the cold water. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
100 people kind of milling about. I feel safer in our new little neighborhood. But I mean, I have to get under 1,000 in the county. I'm going to say 500 is going to be current cases, 500 cases. And then I think I will be okay going out in my neighborhood because I see there's not a lot of action. I work from home, so I'm able to peek out and there's not people walking, people running, people walking their dogs like constantly. There's an hour will go by and nobody's been on this block, or two. So I know I can walk around the block and still feel kind of safe. By the way, your state is 48th in vaccination rates.
And first in opening up at 100% and lifted their mask mandate, the great state of Texas.
Please be careful because I know you've had COVID, but you have not had the variations. and the different
No, I'm careful.
strains.
I'm wearing masks and whatnot.
Careful.
Yeah, for sure.
No, wear the two.
Yeah. Well, wearing one, I had on one mask the other day. I couldn't breathe.
You could breathe. They bury people
No, this
alive.
one, I don't know what the hell was it. I don't know if I had it on too tight, if I needed to go further down over the beard. I don't know because I have the beard, it's fucking up the flow with the mask or what. I don't know. But
my mama tried to say that she couldn't breathe. I said, Mom, they bury people alive in coffins and put the dirt on, and it still takes them about 3 hours to die. You can breathe.
I'm just saying.
So there's this thing my mom sent for Batman. It's called a cool turtle. Yeah, put the damn thing up. Go ahead. Because my mom sent it.
Well, I was just waiting on you to go further with the story, and then I just wanted to see was it in fact some white people shit. But since you already told me to throw it up, I'm gonna
just throw it up. It came from my mama. So there's this little rubber thing. It's an oval shape, but it's got huge cutouts. So it's just this little thing that you put here, and you put it in your mask. So that's there, and then you tie your mask. And what it does is it keeps the mask from being suctioned up on your face and up your nose and in your mouth, and it creates like an airway for you, so you don't have that I can't breathe feeling.
Now, how much is that?
It was free to me because Peggy sent it. Okay. No, it doesn't cost that much. We saw it on we saw it somewhere on Facebook or Amazon. Just look up cool. I'll find out for you. Let me just be the fact checker right now.
We got somebody out here that says I've seen that.
Yeah, and it supposedly it works. So it's a mask insert. Let me see how much this costs. Dun, da, da, da.
Mask and why?
$10 at Walmart.
Each?
6-pack.
Okay. And what's it called again?
Cool turtle. Like it sounds cool. Cool. Okay. He's cool. And turtle.
Check that out.
Yeah, and it helps you speak. It helps you speak better too because your lips aren't pressed up against the.
They coming up with all kind of masks these days, man. Air conditioned mask massages your lips while you.
But those cost money. So this works with the existing mask that you have. You just slip it on in. So if you made a mask out of drawers, you could still wear your favorite mask out of drawers, but just slip the insert in. You made it out of your favorite t-shirt because you like that, which is not enough protection, by the way. But if that's what you did, slip that sucker up in there.
I made one out of my drawers and forgot that the drawers was dirty.
No, don't even. No.
These are jokes.
People were making them out of bra cups in the beginning, though. They were cutting the cups off of bras for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw somebody in a bra cup mask and you didn't even know of them.
Probably didn't. Let's talk about this royal interview because I had put something on Facebook the other day. They got tons of shares and comments. My conspiracy theory, and I think it's yours and everybody else is probably watching this, is that,
Alex has conspiracy theories? What?
Charles and or the Queen got Diana erased,
I saw you said that. You really think they bumped her off?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Meaning what? They hired the paparazzi to chase her down.
They got her killed. I don't even believe it was what they said that happened. Somebody probably just drove up to the car, and the driver of the car, Dodie, what was his name? Dodie.
That was her boyfriend. He was in the back seat with her. He was not driving. He wasn't her driver.
He was in the back seat with her, right?
Dodie Al-Fayed.
Somebody was in cahoots to get them deleted, is what I'm saying.
Not Dodie, because Dodie died too.
It wasn't probably Dodie. Somebody hollered at the driver or something. I think a paparazzi or somebody just pulled up and was like, pulled up and was like, and then just kept going. Who's gonna say anything? It's the Queen. You dig? They got it on camera. Kill the cameraman, That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that happened. But
I think that definitely happened.
But I am the queen of anything is possible. So I will never sit up in here and say something is 100% not true because I don't know.
So you're trying to say that the Queen and or Prince Charles had nothing to do with Diana whatsoever, period. You didn't find that case a little weird, a little bizarre, nothing. You didn't, nothing, right?
I don't necessarily believe they took her out, but I also do believe they did a little happy dance of joy. What's the Perfect Strangers? The happy joy dance. I do believe they might have did a little dancing on her grave.
I'm trying to tell you, it was a situation where they had a meeting with somebody and they figured it out. Yeah. And I fear that the same thing may happen to Harry.
Now, even though they left, it still may happen.
Even more now. They aren't. Are they not like? Do they have like protection and all of the?
That's why they're working, because Harry said they stripped him of his protection. They stripped all of them.
Even now, it's easier to get their asses now.
It is much easier.
Yeah.
They said that's why they had to leave Canada, because they were like, they're living right here and they have no security. Yeah, no, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. I don't know. Harry got the security though. He was looking like a.
So did you see the interview? You saw the interview. Okay.
Yes.
So now I didn't see the interview. I saw bits and pieces of it. I saw, of course, the fact she was saying that she was suicidal, and I saw that.
How could you miss this interview? This was the bombshell interview of the. I know it's only 2021 of the decade.
I think this came up when the All-Star game was on, Alex.
Who gives a shit about the All-Star game?
Me and probably every man in America that's an NBA fan at the time. What you felt
and come back.
Fuck that. What you felt. Then so now I record it. Now I got to get on Twitter and Facebook and see everybody oohing and ahhing about it, because that's what everybody does any damn way. No, I want to watch it live. Fuck the Prince. Fuck Megan. We'll get back.
We'll record her ass. Did you record them? Within there.
Well, I know I have you, and you like corny shit like that. And so there you go. And I saw
corny.
Let me tell you, while this interview was on, you had the NBA All-Star game, you had the slam dunk competition, the 3-point contest, and the skill challenge all in one night. It's usually spaced out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, but because of COVID, they put the shit all in one. Come on, that's 4 or 5 hours of just sports lust that we had on Sunday.
Sports just ain't the same since COVID. I'll check it back out.
We are doing what we can to enjoy what they're giving us. You feel me? It was an 82-game season. They put it down to 72. Nobody said shit. Nobody complained. We just took it, said, you know what? We're less 10, but everything keeps going and keeps moving, and we're good. And so I'm fine with what they're giving us. I'm cool with that. You know?
I'm happy for you, homie.
Thank you.
Very happy for you.
So what stuck out to you in the interview between those two? Wait? Okay, so the baby and them being concerned about the color of the baby's skin. Seeing that she's light skinned. Is her father black? How did she get some of us in?
Her mom is black. Her daddy's white.
Her mom is black. Her dad is white. Okay, got you. Mom didn't want to come back into the picture until she saw that she was marrying the prince, huh? Or is it the father?
Her and her mom are besties.
Okay,
she's always been there. They're best friends they've been closest forever.
It was the dad then, right?
Yeah, the dad is who was.
The dad was in the bar drinking. You saw that scene in The Temptations where that dude that kept quitting the group, he was sitting there drinking, and he looked at the screen. He was like, "Wait a minute, you know, hey baby girl, how you?" That was the equivalent to him saying, "Hey big head." That was, "Hey baby girl, how you doing?"
Yeah, that dad, he's a piece of work. He was working with the tabloids and did a stage.
I heard her say that.
And tried to lie and say he wasn't. And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it was the equivalent of. You're not going to remember this. Do you remember when Demi Moore's mom kept selling story to the tabloids about her and Bruce Willis?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was really bad like that, like telling stuff. And so it was like that. But yeah, so they were worried the baby was going to come out dark.
Wait. Another Batman break. Here we go.
Are those tater tots, babe?
Batman is part Viking. He usually has a staff. They kiss, then he walks off into the sunset. You don't see him anymore until next episode. So that's Batman, ladies and gentlemen. Batman. And
Oh, he bought me tater tots.
he usually has a staff, and he comes in and says, "Hither!" And there's music that plays. But
Yeah, my man's hot. Thank you very
Batman.
much.
Yeah, it's Batman. Okay, so what else?
Well, first
Because
of all,
I heard that they had throughout the interview, they were still giving the Queen respect, but they were still kind of dissing her, or were they still giving the Prince Charles the respect and kind of dissing him at the same time? Which one was it?
well, they were very respectful all around. They were doing the Michelle Obama. They were very respectful. Nothing about the interview was disrespectful. But one of the revelations that came out, there's so many that came out. One that came out was there's a separation between the family and the business of the institution. So there's the Queen and Prince Charles and all this stuff, but then there's this other division over here that is actively at work with the image and the business and the press releases and the ABCDEFG through Z of it all, running the business of the monarchy. And so she called that the institution, the firm. Harry did as well. And that's who you have to go to get help, to get permission for anything. When I saw the movie The Queen, it was very, very much stated the Queen is a figurehead. And so even though what's his name? The prime minister is the prime minister of the country. He rules the country. The Queen, because she's the figurehead, you got to go to her and say, can we, whatever, but she's not really the ruling anything. So found out there's this whole business. So Harry and Meghan were trying to go to the institution, the firm, to get help for things. And the firm was like, no, that won't look good for the monarchy. No, this won't happen. And no, we're not doing this. And they also said they have a partnership with the press. And so they help roll out and perpetuate certain stories and negative images and negative constructs and all this stuff. So a lot of the lies that came out, the institution knew they were lies, but it keeps them talking about the royals. So they let it go. And a feud is good. Kate and Meghan weren't against each other.
So they got a built-in PR firm with all the fixings.
Look, the thing that threw me off is when they said every year they have a holiday party or they have a party for the press at the palace.
For the tabloids, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, shut up.
Yeah.
So they know all this stuff is wrong, but they're like, yeah, it's good, and they churn it out. And they were all about this. Meghan and Kate are against each other and what have you. So what I didn't like is I couldn't believe Oprah was shocked when she said there was a conversation about the baby's skin color.
Yeah.
I was like, of course there was a conversation. I've had a conversation with Batman. Like, what would your mom say?
Right.
If the baby came out? How is that not a conversation between a Black person and a white person? Like, how is that? And when you're going into a white family, I just don't understand how it's not a conversation. Yeah. But Oprah seemed shocked. Whatever. Another revelation, they said they told them ahead of time, this baby will have no title. This is while she was pregnant with the baby. Really? So they didn't know if the baby was dark or not, but just in case, we're going to tell you ahead of time, because he's got Black blood, he's not going to have a title. And if you don't have a title, they found out you don't get security. So the press had thought, it had come out in the press that Harry and Meghan had decided their kid was not going to have a title because, Diana was all about them being normal, having, kind of being a normal person in the world and interacting with like a normal person. So the story was that was what Harry and Meghan decided. Absolutely not. They came to them and said, your babies will have no title, thus no security.
Right.
Which is like, what?
Well, you gotta kind of give some props to Harry for putting all this shit on the line.
I do.
For this, for his wife, So, I mean, he's risking his life for real. And I hope this doesn't happen. But like I said, if he don't have security, you got people out here. Where does he live? Isn't he over here somewhere? Connecticut?
Not in Connecticut. So they're neighbors to Oprah. They're in Montesino, California, which is where they filmed this interview. And that was the thing. He said, so Oprah asked about the Netflix deal, the Spotify deal, all of this. He was like, I just need to afford security for my family. And that's why these deals are happening. And that's why I'm working and doing this. He was like, I'm not trying to have fancy clothes.
Like, he's a celebrity.
He is a celebrity.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But just saying to the point, he's like, I'm not out here trying to drive a Rolls Royce and have the latest Rolex and do all this. He's like, I need to afford security for my family, bottom line. Because after they stepped back from the role, they said Meghan wasn't going to have security and Archie wasn't going to have security. And so it was like, okay.
So now, wait. This is after he stepped down from his duties, right?
They stepped back. They did clarify that. They didn't step down, they stepped back. So there's senior royals and there's other level royals. And so they said they just want to step back from their senior level duties and they want to do the next level duties. And that was the thing. They didn't like that. But when they took Meghan's security and Archie's security, which Archie was never going to have security because he didn't have a title, when they said they weren't getting security, they then, after this last year, they stripped Harry completely of his security. Now, keep in mind, he is fifth.
Yeah, he's like
he's sixth in line.
He's like the non-alcoholic beer we were talking about earlier. It's like
not quite.
Okay.
Not quite, because so Prince Charles, whatever, something gonna happen to him. So as soon as his brother William is king, he's fourth in line to the monarchy, which ain't that far. It's going to be William's kids, and then that's one disaster away. That's something happening to one family, and then it's Harry.
Shit ain't gonna happen.
But he ain't got. But I'm saying, but he doesn't have security.
Okay, so William. So William, once Charles dies, he's gonna be the king because he's the firstborn to Diana and Charles. Right? Or Charles.
Yes, he's the firstborn of the firstborn born to the queen.
And so now, when Williams had a baby with Kate.
William has 3 babies.
But the first one will be the king, right?
Yes, and get this shit. Get this. The queen changed the law or changed the ruling that the middle child, Charlotte, that she will be next in line because it only used to follow male heirs. Yeah. So it would have skipped Charlotte and gone straight to the little baby. I think his name is Louis. But
this is what happened with Zamunda. Same thing. It just happened to Zamunda.
This is Zamunda, but I didn't want to look back. I have to do my research and find out if they made that ruling after Harry and Meghan were together to put just another step in between their child and Harry and their children being in line for monarchy. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die, like. So what I'm saying, how many years apart is Harry from Willie? No, I'm not Willie. I'm Harry from William. From
William. Yeah. I think it's 4.
Okay.
It's 3 or 4. Somewhere.
You kind of got to figure once Will, Harry's next. It's not like just like a 10, 15 year gap. They're like right behind each other. So I feel like I'm getting white constantly talking about this shit. Let's keep moving on, man.
It was good. It was a really good interview, and it really did prove, as everyone already knew.
Yeah.
Oprah is still the queen because it was a very good interview. She was asking all the questions like, "What's your relationship with your father?" And Harry said his dad cut him off, stopped taking his phone calls and every damn thing. He don't talk to his brother, but the queen's still there. She's still sending waffle makers and shit for for the baby.
How old is the queen? Queen's like 96, 97?
She's some old like that. I swear this broad is never gonna die. Just so her son can't get on the throne.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Pepe Le Pew. Now, when I was a shorty and I used to watch Bugs Bunny, that's how you spell it, Pepe Le Pew. Yeah.
I trust you.
That's how it goes. Now, when I was a shorty, I'll be honest with you. I think William's kids come before Harry.
They do.
Yeah, that's what we just said. Yeah, that's what we were saying. That's what you were saying.
You're right.
So now, as a shorty, growing up watching Bugs Bunny, I would see Pepe Le Pew. I would always see him, and I would always
say his name again. Pepe Le who?
Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. I'm just gonna call him Pepe moving forward. I don't want you to get me again. So Now, I would always watch that cartoon, and I would always see the other cat trying to get away from him. Him always locking doors and kissing on her, and whispering sweet French nothings in the cat's ear or whatever. But it stopped right there. It never really dawned on me like, yo, he's like
rapey as fuck.
He's raping her, kind of sort of. He's locking doors,
yes.
making this, chasing her, stalking her. I'm an innocent kid watching this, but I knew it was something inappropriate about it, but I just never really, like looked at it like, come on, he's raping the cat, and the cat's not really a skunk. Yeah. So it never really dawned on me that Pepe Le Pew was a.
He said it again.
that was funny, man. It's Le Pew. Pepe is what his name is. Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew. Okay, the skunk, whatever. Let's go to the Casbah and make beautiful music together. So he's been taken out of the upcoming Space Jam movie. And I understand, to be honest with you. I understand why. I mean, back then watching it, if we're canceling R. Kelly, if we're canceling all these other people, I get it.
Whoa, time out. Flag on the play. I got nothing to throw. Flag on the play.
Yeah.
If we're canceling R. Kelly,
that'll give me on Instagram too. Le Pew, Pepe Le Pew, Pepe Le Pew. Okay.
If we're canceling R. Kelly,
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Wow, I'm
comparing R. Kelly to Pepe Le Pew. Anyway, I'm just saying you can't stop this and then stop that. I mean, you can't stop this and then have this still going. Now, I don't know if kids are still watching. Are kids still watching these Warner Brothers cartoons these days or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you look at that, and now that we look back on it, okay, I can see where the whole thing, where the damn skunk is a freak, a pedophile, a rapey, a rapist. I get it. I understand.
Oh, wow. Now is he a pedophile?
Not a pedophile, but you get it. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So, I mean, Oh,
I saw it when I was watching it when I was a kid.
And you knew that he was kind of rapey-ish?
Kind of, yes. She did everything that means no. No means no.
True.
Look at this picture.
No, Pepe Le Pew was like 793 no's and one yes means one. Hey, that's how I'm gonna call him, Pepe Le Pew. That's what his name is. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he wasn't taking no for an answer.
He was not.
Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is they're gonna also take out Speedy Gonzalez from the upcoming Space Jam.
Because he's Mexican and they gave him the accent and then he did it all stereotypical. Like, is that why?
Why now though? I'm just curious. And is this
culturally
something
inappropriate?
Got it. Because this has been around for how long has Speedy Gonzalez been around and Pepe?
I don't feel as bad as Speedy because I feel like it opens the conversation to show that there's different nationalities and there's different cultures for kids. And, there's some ways to do it. I mean, on Sesame Street, you got Conchita and whatever the heck, so I'm not so pressed on this. Taking the rapey skunk out, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. That sends mixed messaging. I can see how that can send somebody in the case of the skunk, a boy, a male, someone to say, I'm still gonna keep going. I'm still gonna keep going. I'm still gonna keep going because this is what I want.
Yeah, I knew someone right as a shorty when I would see like the skunk, and then every time the cat, that sound every time. So yeah, there you go. I don't know if they're gonna like completely delete these cartoons from the library or not make them available like the old Disney movies that they're doing these days. But
how long is cancel culture gonna last?
Until it all gets together. We
They're
may
trying
not
to
have
cancel.
shit. We may not have nothing else after this, but hey.
They're trying to cancel Eminem now from his latest Eminem.
What now? What Eminem? What now?
Which, by the way, Eminem will never be canceled for saying something tone deaf and inappropriate. What the hell is his whole career?
Entire career. Yeah.
He does it on purpose. Hello. So we can shut that one down.
It's some people who you can cancel and you can't really cancel.
You can't cancel Eminem.
You can't cancel Eminem. You can't really cancel 50 Cent. As much silly shit that he does and says or whatever. Kanye's another one. I mean, we want to all believe and think and feel that we have canceled Kanye, but we still kind of love him a little bit and support him a tad, you know. So some people you just can't cancel.
So speaking of the canceling, I have been feeling very passionate lately about how do we uncancel somebody who is dropped off because they got canceled a while back, even before cancel culture was a thing. And I really want them to get uncanceled.
I think once you're canceled, you can't get uncanceled. Name one person who has been canceled and has came back from being canceled. And I'm looking at the long line of people. Paula Deen canceled when did she come back as big as she was?
Ooh, not even Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson had a little bit of something. Some friends who supported.
Mel Gibson isn't. Nah,
he ain't the same.
Nah. R. Kelly, of course. I hate the fact. Check this out. I think I've brought this up before. I got a segment on one of my stations called the 90s at 9, where I play nothing but 90s music. That's R. Kelly's golden era. I want to play Bump and Grind. Seems like you're ready. I want to play all that shit and can't play nothing. Zero. So that hurts me.
So let me tell you the person I want uncanceled.
She said Doja Cat. I don't think Doja Cat's a big enough star yet for people even care about her just yet.
No. So I'll
hit a curve.
There's a person I want uncanceled, and then there's a person I want to know if you think they will get canceled. Because we said there's certain people you can't. Well, no, let me just ask you that first. Do you think T.I. is going to get canceled if they found out him and Tiny did with this sex trafficking thing with these people?
I think more has to come out, because if that shit is true, it's hip hop though. You got to do a lot. You got to do a lot.
You got to do a lot.
You got to do. I think
come
back to that question. Come back to that question, because I think more.
Do we think it's true? Do we think it's true though?
It could be.
They have time. They got all these kids.
It could be. It could be. It could be.
Really?
It could be.
I just want to see, like you said, more's got to come out. I want to see the evidence, because
they've already taken tip off that one of the new movies that he's been in. Is it Ant-Man that he's been in?
He's been in Ant-Man.
He's not in the new one coming out.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's not in the new one. And so keep going. Who else? That's been okay. You said T.I. and Tiny. Who else?
Well, that's it. No, I want to uncancel somebody. Now I'm making a big statement of who I want to uncancel.
I think once you cancel, once you're gone, you're gone.
Let's see. Can we uncancel Carrie Hilson?
I don't think the Beehive will let that happen.
That's what I'm saying. Because all she was accused of doing was coming at Beyonce. That was it.
Certain things you don't do, and that's one of them. You don't come at Beyonce.
Her music was great.
What has she come out with after that whole Beyonce stuff?
No, nothing, because the industry canceled her. So that's what I'm saying. Can we uncancel her, please? Because I would like to hear some Carrie Hilson music.
You know the story of this just popped up on my Facebook. Adina Howard. Remember Adina Howard?
Yeah, I remember her.
I could be your freak until the dawn. She was sleeping with Wanye, or one of those guys, some Boys to Men or something like that. And the head of one of the labels was like, no, and killed her career. And that's why we never heard anything else about Adina Howard. Remember, she had the T-shirt and your panties all.
I hate that song.
And your panties all.
Let me tell you, when I was in Detroit and that song was hot, I would have all of the damn 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds calling me for that song, and I would never play it. I refused because it was inappropriate. You have prepubescent children calling me for this song.
They wear panties, right? They had panties on, right?
No. That song was too sexually charged and for a 9-year-old.
Well, that's where your parenting comes in, Alex Dupree.
That's why I didn't play the
People used to always be like, oh, you're on the radio, you playing all this stuff. Where's your parenting come in? Because I grew up listening to NWA, Fuck the Police. I met this girl. Her name was Sharon. You know, all this other stuff. But I didn't go out. You know, these are the tales, the freaky tales walking up, you know, saying this to women. I didn't walk up to a police officer and say, fuck the police. You know why? Because I had a mother right there that told me that saying, fuck the police is not something to do. So that's where your parents got to come in.
Well, I was playing pseudo parent in Detroit because I'd never played that song. So whatever adult, when that was their jam and they listened to 105.9 jams when I was in Detroit doing slow jams, that's why you never heard that damn song. Because I boycotted it from my show.
Okay. Well, there you go. So once you're canceled, I think you're canceled. I think
but see, Kayla thinks we should bring Carrie back.
It's so much, it's because people have done their research and you know, they've went back, they've looked at all your Twitters and everything before they cancel you. So they have a good planned out, concise case on you, Your Honor, before they cancel you. So
what if Beyonce and Carrie get together and they have a summit and they do whatever and they go do a staged, a public lunch or whatever, because, you know, Beyonce is mature or whatever. Because remember, Ian Van Zant got canceled. And because Oprah was like, I'll bring you back into the fold. You know, you've been, whatever's happened, you know, I'm older, I'm more mature. I want to mend some fences and talk things out. And now Ian was back.
You just said two things and brought up two people to where you can get uncounseled by just listening to their words and saying you're uncounseled. And that's Oprah and that's Beyonce. So if Carrie Hilson and Beyonce had that meeting that you're talking about, you're going to read headlines that say Beyonce just reignited Carrie Hilson's career. And Carrie Hilson's going to drop a mixtape after that. So yeah, certain people can do that. Barack Obama had to sit down with R. Kelly.
No, homie. Not going to happen. No.
Hey, R. Kelly had to sit down with Barack Obama. They had a nice talk. R. Kelly cried a few times. A few of his victims came out and said, you know, we were bribed or whatever. Maybe R. Kelly can be uncanceled. I'm talking shit. I know that.
You are talking major shit. Never.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know after that Reverend Jeremiah Wright shit, Barack is never going to be 10 miles in the same vicinity of somebody doing some bullshit. His little booty gonna be a squeaky clean until the day he died.
Yeah.
We're gonna be putting him in a casket and we're gonna be no.
Okay. And lastly, let's wrap this thing up. Let's talk about coming to America, something that has had Black Twitter and Facebook antsy. Crazy, controversial, and it makes so one person puts their opinion up about. That's why I haven't even put my opinion up about the movie. One person puts their opinion up, and then now people disagree with their opinion, and oh, you're hating. This is why we can't come together. Then it turns to something black and to where we can support whites and their stuff, but we can't come together on our own. I'm like, how the fuck did it get to this? You just give me your opinion about a movie. My God,
it snowballs fast.
We get so crazy. We get so crazy on this type of stuff, man. So let me ask you, what did you think about the movie?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it twice. Yeah, I went back to watch it. I really, really enjoyed it. I think they did a really good job at calling back to the first one. Really well with showing clips from the first one, bringing the characters back from the first one, all of this stuff. I thought it was really good. I laughed. I thought the jokes were funny. I like the barbershop scenes still. Thought those were really, really good. All of it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I did have one question. First of all, I thought I don't know if I want to say that. First of all, I thought Louis Anderson was dead. So I feel like we found out Louis Anderson was not dead. Maybe I'm not the only one maybe I am the only one, but I thought he was dead. I was like, Louis, he's still alive, working for McDowell's. I had a question mark on John Amos. I didn't remember where he was, because I was like, I think they said John Amos was coming back, but where was the fast ass little sister? Where was Lisa's fast ass little sister?
Allison Dean was filming something, from what I'm hearing. Allison Dean, I didn't know she was still acting, but I'm hearing that she was on another project.
I really would have enjoyed her.
Yeah.
Like even if she could have filmed.
And what if she would be with Daryl? Daryl.
Oh, Daryl.
Remember at the end how she gave him a little something when he had came in our wedding stuff after Dottie had sicked him, you know. So,
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just tell you, that's my #1 all-time favorite movie of all time. You can't watch it with me because I'm reciting every verse. I'm not every line from the movie. Even the damn movie music, the sequences when they're changing from, you know what I'm saying, Bet? You know I know the deal. That's when it comes. So
To Be Loved.
That's my movie.
To Be Loved.
So I was very critical about the movie. I didn't know what to expect, you know. So #1, let me just say that you can't really compare sequels to the original because the sequels are what they're basing the rest of the movies on. And so I don't think you can compete with the original, or, you know, what was the root of everything else. So let's start with that. What you laughing at? Oh yeah, every damn line. Yes. All right, who are you talking about? Kim?
Miss Naja.
Oh, Miss Naja. Kim Spence said hi to you too.
Kimmy.
Yeah, Kimmy. Okay, back to me and my movie. So you definitely have to watch it a second time. You definitely have to watch it because the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, you know, I wasn't upset. I wasn't ranting and raving about it, and I wasn't dissing it either. I was just like, okay, let me watch this again because it's probably some shit that I missed. Watched it the second time, and I started laughing a little more than I did the first time. What I liked about it, #1. So
how many times did you watch it total?
About 3 times now. I've seen it 3 times. I've seen it 3.5 times. 3.5 times. I've seen it 3.5 times. So Leslie Jones.
Oh my God. Funny as hell.
Yeah, but here's the deal. She's not that funny to me in some things. I think she's always like over the top with certain things.
Yes, I thought the same thing. Batman and I were like, she acted so well.
She was perfect. Wesley Snipes.
Snipes.
Oh, his character was funny as hell. He was dancing. He was like, oh man, hilarious.
Yeah.
I think the storyline was followed well. It complemented the original version. I do see a few sequels out of this as well. I see it Coming to America 3 with the son as the actual star. I see it. They're setting it up. Did you see it? They're setting it up. And it may have a lesser role of Eddie. I'm telling you. I see another movie in play. A 3 or 4, or Coming to America 4. But
okay, there could.
Go ahead.
There could. I just think that would be a money grab. I do not think it would be as well done. Money?
Well, no. The Hangover. Think about how good the fucking Hangover was. Then they pushed out a sequel. Then they're like, you know what? Let's try to do this again. They squeezed out some bullshit, but hey, it still did well at the box office, you know. So get it. Get your views on Amazon Prime. You know?
But you don't want to ruin the legacy and what have you. And you go on tape messing with that. You know, Eddie is very prideful. There's a lot of this going on, and he's not going to want the last taste in somebody's mouth of Coming to America being some bullshit. It's like with Rocky. So Sylvester Stallone came back and did a Rocky 6.
4 or 6 or something.
Because Rocky 5 is the Rocky that Rocky fans don't talk about. We act like that shit didn't exist because it was horrible.
Sylvester got paid though. It ain't
but
about
he,
what you think.
But he came back.
It's all about the money.
I'm saying, but he came back and he wrote the story, Rocky Balboa, to be a certain something, whatever. He said it sat wrong with him for all of those years because
this is what I'm saying. Eddie is teamed up. I'm telling you, you got those young. I see a sequel coming. I'm telling you, it's already set up. He already said that. I'm telling you, I see a sequel. I see the daughter having a more prominent role. I see all of them still being in the movie, but the son taking more of a leading role. I see a sequel.
So do you think, so let me ask you I already know the answer to the question, but I'm going to ask you your opinion. What do you think is going to make this Coming America 2 a success? Do you think it's going to be the nostalgia from the people who saw Coming to America 1 and they were fans back when that was new and are now watching this? Or do you think it measures up to stand up on its own for the new generation who never saw the first one? Because the new generation is only going to be the thing who's going to carry on a third, and they would write it towards a new generation.
I think both.
I don't.
You don't think?
I think what made this movie is Coming to America. Once we get the final numbers after the month and what have it, it's going to be because of us, folks in our age range who were diehard like you, quoting every line from Coming to America. Couldn't wait to see this 30 years later.
I don't think this is a classic. I don't think this is a classic. But what sequel? I mean, we got to stop looking at the sequels like Rush Hour 2 and Rush Hour 3 are just as good as Rush Hour 1. So, but then again, they aren't legendary movies. They aren't legendary movies is what I'm trying to tell you. So I think the sequels, people should stop trying to compare the sequels, part 2 and part 3, to the original, because I don't think you're gonna recreate that magic. That's all.
Lethal Weapon 2 was good.
Is it better than Lethal Weapon 1 though?
That was back when we liked Mel Gibson. We thought,
I didn't watch any of those.
White boy.
So out of 4 pieces, Coming to America gets 3 pieces of chocolate.
Is this what we're doing? Out of how many?
You have the white chocolate. I have the dark chocolate. Out of 4. Out of 4.
Oh, out of 4.
So it gets 3 pieces of chocolate out of the 4.
I'm sorry. Are we ready for my white chocolate? How many pieces of white chocolate again?
This is when you give an in-depth review of a movie. You know, that's when you do that. So you don't see a sequel. You don't see a sequel.
I don't see a good sequel. I didn't say I don't see a sequel. I don't see a quality sequel.
Okay.
I will give this. I'll go ahead. Can I give 2 3/4?
No, we can't get there. It got to be a whole number. It got to be a whole number.
I will be generous. I will give it the 3 just because of how good it made me feel for nostalgia.
There you go. Okay.
If I watched it on its own, I don't know if it would be there. But because I was such a fan of Coming to America, the first one, and I think they did a really excellent job on tying it back to the first, I'm giving it 3.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in, checking us out. If you guys haven't checked out Coming to America, it's on Amazon Prime, or your local bootleg man has it at the currency exchange. Have a blessed week. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
Deuces. Have a good one.